Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your June Tarot forecast. I feel like, first of all, there are big opportunities for expansion and new connections, new collaborations coming. But what's really important is that your ruling planet, so you are connected to the planet Mars. Mars just moved into Taurus. And this is more about taking action with structuring something or getting very intentional about how you want to move forward. And I feel like now, especially after Mars was in your sign and Mars is connected to your sign, so the last couple of weeks, maybe you've been feeling a little more triggered or inspired or excited or frustrated. It's just, I feel like there's been a lot of that fire energy, and fire is connected to creation and expansion, but it's also connected to destruction and clearing things out. So I feel like over the last month or so, you've been feeling really clear on who you want to connect with more, who you're ready to just sacrifice and let go of. Also, what you want to be doing. Now, I don't think that you have 100% clarity about what the next steps look like for, the full kilometer that you're gonna walk, but you know what to do next intuitively. There's an overall understanding, and I think that on a deep soul level, you're understanding the next chapter. You're understanding the direction that you need to move in so that you can create the life that you really want now. And that is a different life than what you wanted up until now. So I feel like you're getting more clarity about who you are. In the smack dab center of your reading, I have the Emperor. This is your energy. This is connected to Aries. This is connected to Mars. And right now, the North Node is in your sign. If you don't know what that means, I have a full workshop. You can pay whatever you want. I believe it's either donation-based or a sliding scale. It's on my website, but you are working with this North Node in Aries energy for the next year. This is really, really important for you because this is an opportunity for you to understand who you are now, what you want for yourself, what direction you need to move in, and how to take your power back and to stand in your power and to say no to the people, the projects, the things that you want to cut off and clear out, and to really take a chance on yourself in new ways. The North Node is a point of destiny and fate. So this is a really important karmic year for you to stand in your new, it's like the new version of you, the new character, the new role is still emerging, and it will be emerging all year, but you're gonna be discovering more about yourself. And that workshop really dives into how to do that properly. So I would suggest that you go and watch it after this. But what's disappointing and frustrating and a little bit sad about that process is that it can feel like you're sacrificing a lot. And I really see a lot of sacrifice here for the next few weeks, maybe months. First of all, I have a 10 of Cups here reversed, a 2 of Wands reversed, and a 5 of Cups. So this 2 of Cups and this 5 of Cups can indicate that there are some cycles coming to completion. There are definitely some cycles coming to completion, and you want to disconnect. You want to disengage from these people. Now, a lot of you are maybe struggling because these people feel like family, or these are close people to you. Maybe you grew up with these people. Maybe you've had a relationship with these people through some of the more challenging years. Maverick, enough. Sorry, my dog is outside barking. You've had a lot of either challenges with these people, or maybe you just valued these people, you valued these friendships, you valued that way of being, so that lifestyle, you valued that up until now, and now you're recognizing that your value systems have changed, who you are has changed, what you want to do is changing, and that means that externally, the world around you will be catching up. So for us to experience that, it can feel like a lot of surrender. You also have a 6 of Cups here reverse, a 10 of Wands reverse. And with that 2 of Wands reverse, you could be noticing that you're feeling a little bit limited with how some connections could expand. So maybe now you're recognizing that there's people, relationships, maybe it's business or work, could be connected to love or romance, but you're noticing that some of these connections, they have these limitations, and that's fine. And maybe up until now, you thought that you could, break through that limitation, and the two of you could, really soar together, or that business could expand. But it's like the business is just, it's not working out. Maybe that that style of work you're not really vibing with, or you have different ideas of what you want to offer, but it's not the right clients. You need to change gears. Maybe you wanted to level up the relationship, but you're noticing that this person is not mature enough or responsible enough. It's like, I want to start a family with you, but I can't. Like, you don't have your shit together. Like, we have all of these other issues. It's like, okay, so what do I do? Like, do I sacrifice my dream of, launching my own business, or getting that promotion, or starting that family? Do I sacrifice that so I can stay in this small comfort zone? Or do I just say, this is not my person, this is not my business, this is not my the right job for me, and I need to quit, I need to disengage from this relationship, I need to break up with that person, or I need to leave this job or move to a different country? Like, there's these different energies and levels of awareness that are now so present, and you need to just accept them and become a little bit more flexible with that kind of energy. Now, what's beautiful about this time is that in Gemini season, we have opportunities for pivoting. And we just had a new moon in Gemini, which was an opportunity for us to get different perspective and to see things through a new lens, and to ask for new connections. Like, Gemini is connected to the twins. So yes, there's one way of doing things, and that's how you've been doing things. But there's another twin, there's another perspective, there's another way, and that other way is now even more available to us because we're in that kind of season. Gemini season is a season for pivot. It's a season for flexibility. We just had a new moon in Gemini. So this is an opportunity for us to all plant those new seeds about what we want to be pivoting in our lives, and how we can take action on becoming the other twin who will have better boundaries, have more trust with themselves and their path, and following their intuition or whatever. Because maybe up until now, you've really been focused on being one way, and that's fine. That was your survival technique until now. But now it's an opportunity for you to shift. And I really want you to use this energy to shift, because you have this King of Wands here, and you've got this Seven of Swords and this Death card here. So I feel like when you decide to fully embody and act on all the things that you know you need to change, the boundaries, the behaviors, the beliefs, how you communicate, how you take action, and the things that you do every day that will actually lead you towards creating that new life, and not just falling back into the same old connections, the same old work, same old habits and tendencies. It's like, on a deeper psychological level, now you're understanding something different about yourself and your values, and you want the world to reflect that. But all the changes happen first internally. So when I'm seeing this King of Wands, this is saying I'm going to take action in a new way. And that's you feeling more in your divine masculine energy. And with Mars now entering Taurus, this is an opportunity for you to build on that idea, on that belief, on that dream. You can actually take action and do something now, and that's beautiful, and you should do that. But with this Seven of Swords and this Death card, there are still things about your approach that if you change these few things, it's like there's maybe 10 things you could do to feel like you're making progress and to feel like you're keeping yourself busy, but really, 7 out of 10 of those things, 7 of them are just like, whatever, you're just doing them to do them. It's like, oh, I'm so busy, like I went to the gym today, and then I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and it's like, okay, but in the subconscious, like there's these 3 other things that you should be doing. So are you focusing on keeping yourself busy so that your ego in the back, the part of you that's fearful about actually making change, if you keep yourself busy, then it's like my full schedule convinces my ego that I'm doing something, but really those things that keep me busy are not really the things that will be changing my life on a whole level. So it's like, if you really want to make that deep, profound change, there's a few things in the subconscious, a few things that you've been maybe up until now avoiding, you don't want to do, the things you've been ignoring, which maybe is wake up early, go to bed early, leave that person, quit that job or whatever. But it's like, no. Like, for example, if you've been in a toxic, or just not even a toxic relationship, if you've been in a relationship that you have grown past and that relationship is not keeping up, that person, maybe it's a boss, a family member, a lover, or whatever, but it's like, we're all constantly growing, but the speed is different. So if you're in a relationship and you know you've outgrown that relationship, if it's business or whatever, it doesn't matter. But if you've outgrown that relationship and you know that that is one thing that if you leave that person, if you leave that business, if you leave that old connection, that will dramatically change things. That is the one big change that should happen, but you're scared to do it for whatever reason. So that's the one big change that you deprioritize and you put on the back burner. And then to keep yourself busy, you say, okay, well, I'm still gonna wake up early, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do these things because this is making me feel productive and I'm making progress. That's fine. And yes, you're still making progress, but you would make 10 times the amount of progress if you actually left that person or left that job or left that energy in the past, because you know that is the one thing that you should be focusing on letting go of. It could be part of your personality. So maybe you complain a lot, or you have a scarcity programming, a fear of money running out or whatever. It's like there's something more important for you to be focusing on. So my point is, this month, if you can focus on cleaning up those few bigger things and organizing yourself in a way that allows you to progress over the next 2 months, 3 months. It doesn't need to happen overnight, but you need to identify the few big things and start to create a plan and a strategy to act on those few really important things, like leaving that partner or leaving that job or planning your big move or whatever. Instead of just keeping yourself busy all day doing all these things that's making you feel productive, but really it's not the thing that you should be focusing on. So I hope that makes sense. If you've been noticing that what I'm talking about does make sense for you, and it's because you're maybe struggling to release or cut cords with either an old boss or an old habit or behavior, like an old part of yourself, maybe it's an attachment to an old family belief from relationships or religion or society. Maybe it's an ex-lover that you're still trying to get over. Go and watch the cord cutting workshop. If you've already downloaded it, watch it again. If you haven't, go and watch it, okay? The last thing is that we are in a major opportunity right now for pivoting. We just had the new moon. Oh my God, I'm like, we are moving energy. Oh my God, there are so many things right now that we can pivot through. And part of that pivoting process happens in these seasons, these mutable energy seasons. Gemini is a mutable energy. So if you haven't watched the Gemini season workshop, and you can pay whatever you want for all of these things, like it's either sliding scale or literally donation based, but like go and watch the new moon in Gemini workshop, because it will help you also call in helpful energy that will help support your shift, because this is a major opportunity for us to be changing gears. So use this energy. You also have this is the Lovers card. This is connected to Gemini, and we just had that Gemini new moon. So like definitely use this energy to pivot, okay? I love you, Aries. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Go and watch the cord cutting for sure. It feels like you're clearing out a lot of things, but I feel like after this sort of strong emotional release, we're gonna be really moving forward into a lot of expansion and opportunity. So use this energy while it's here, okay? I love you. See you very soon. Ciao.